commend Councillor Latimer for wearing Halloween colors just on the last meeting before Halloween.
Nice. Okay, that is enough of that. Little drama here. That's good. Okay. So we'll bring the meeting to order. The vision of the Village of Valemount is striving for a vibrant and balanced community, and I cannot wait until the spring when we revisit the vision. I think if we do, anyways. But if that comes up, damn, that'll be good. No?
You can if you like.
No chance?
It's your vision.
Everybody else likes it. I'm not sure. Okay, and the mission is to serve the community and embrace opportunity. So the first item is to adopt the agenda. And I think I'd like to propose an addition. And we'll put it under new business. And we'll just do a little update and report on animal control. I'll write that in so I don't forget when we get there. Is council okay with that? Yeah, okay. Councillor Salt, Councillor Bullock, all in favor? Great. We have an agenda. Let's move on to the adoption of the previous minutes. Any changes or okay, all right. Councillor Blanchette and Councillor Latimer, all in favor? Great. Okay, no delegations tonight, no unfinished business as such. Correspondence for action. So there's a memorandum here from the CBT about a broadband initiative. And I sit on this committee. It's a very sort of high-minded look at a bunch of areas that belong to the Columbia Basin Trust, looking at the memorandum of understanding is essentially to work together as a region to bring us better, faster internet here. And I'm really in favor of this. I really like the work that people are doing, and I think, support this. So I'll move that we sign the memo.
I'll second.
Okay.
And I just had a clarification, you already sit on this? Or you sit on the, because I think we have to, do we not have to appoint you to the?
It's not a committee of council.
Okay.
Neil put me on there. Okay. I think because of my obligation from CBT that way.
Excellent.
So,
Super.
anyways, if it's good, we'll just go with that.
Yes.
All in favor? Okay, great. 6.2, this is something that just an opportunity that came up recently. The Community Development Initiative Speaker Series. Yeah.
Where is this being held?
This would likely be held in the classroom.
Oh, here in Valemount.
Yes,
All right.
yes. They're asking if the village would be willing to co-host that together with them. We'd like to recommend that we do.
I actually may have got a little preview of some of the presentation that they're going to do. Marlene Morris, one of the speakers, was actually at the Columbia Basin thing, and they brought her in to speak about her and Greg's study, Greg Halseth's study about collaboration and how it's happened really well in other communities abroad, like in England, etc. And the challenges they face, identical to the challenges that we face here in terms of having good board governance, and the interface between. Sometimes you can get really business-minded people to sit on boards. It doesn't always go well when you have like a regular board or a kind of untrained board and then somebody from the business world. And there's just some tricks about how to reach common ground, get everybody on the same page and move forward instead of just breaking into, it's hard for people to hear each other I don't want to give the presentation early, but I do think we should sponsor it. So I'll move that we sponsor this, work with them to sponsor. And I think we'll be able to, this is something we can do in kind, etc.
Oh, great.
I'll second.
All in favor? Okay. And sorry to spring it to everybody on the last minute. It was brought to our attention at the last minute, so.
Can we just talk about the date of when it's going to
November 13th.
November 13th,
because, yeah, it's
it'll-
not a lot of time. We should try and get that
get
out
it
there.
out? Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
So just for your information, they will be doing a press release. They're responsible for that. They're responsible for the design of the posters. We'll print the posters and we'll look after the social media advertising aspect of it. So-
It's just another, I think it'd just be another great opportunity for anybody that's currently on a board or thinking about joining a board in Valemount and really interested in getting things done rather than just sort of,
So, Your Worship, there will be three different meetings for the public. They want to have a meeting in the morning with the nonprofit sector.
okay,
And also with the business sector, and the theme of those meetings is going to be communities in transformation.
okay.
So the opportunities and challenges encountered in transformation, as well as a meeting with council in the afternoon and staff in the afternoon, and then the evening speaker series. So they will be here for a full day.
Right on. That's good. That's good because my calendar looked a little thin in November. I mean, that day did. No, I'm kidding. It's good. It's a great opportunity. Let's do it. Okay, so we had the vote on that? You're comfortable with that? We've done that? Okay, we've got a couple of items in the reading file. We've got the meeting minutes from Success by Six and the Job Creation Partnership. Anybody want to bring anything up on the reading file, or we'll move to accept it? I move accept. Councillor Blanchette. All in favor? Okay, we'll move on to Administrator's Report on DP 0413, Report to Council. And we'll just set this up for people following along ever so briefly. This is a property on the frontage road on the west side. The Rocky Inn is looking at doing something with a very old building that has been not occupied for quite some time. It's 10 years at least, since as long as I've been here. And with that, I'll turn it to staff.
Probably.
Yeah.
So Katie Fabris, our intern, actually led this file, so I'm speaking on it secondhand, but I'll do my best.
Yeah.
The Rocky Inn would like to update that building and also slightly add on to it a little bit. Their intent is to, as you can see by the drawings in the agenda, it would be to have the mountain theme style. All the roofs are peaked. And in looking at the development permit application from the proponent, the intent is to actually make the building look very similar to this building. They're proposing a cream-colored building with cranberry red tin roof.
Right on.
Just like this, actually.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that's the development permit in a nutshell.
Is this one, I guess we're not really, I just have to say, it is really exciting. I think there's just one piece that was brought up as we reviewed the application. Just whether, I know that there's sort of two businesses that operate on that piece of property. And we were just wanting to make sure that both the owners were, we just wanted to check in and make sure that both owners were copacetic and ready to pull, to make sure that's all sort of clear.
If I can comment from staff's perspective,
Yeah.
it's a great idea, and actually one of the options council has would be to send this back to staff to request more information from the proponent, and then we could bring it back forward to the next council meeting.
Absolutely. I, in no intent, want to stall or stimmy or anything, to just get that thing declared, and that's just because we have long history in the town, and we know, we know that could be a thing. We'll just make sure that that's good, and we'll get it back up and running the next council meeting if things check out. So let's, I'll move that, would that be table defer, or we'll just get more information? We'll get more information.
Let's defer.
Defer, okay. And Councillor Salt, would you second that? Yeah. All in favor? Good. We're those people that have been here so long, we know everything. Okay?
Well, you
Kinda?
want to start everything.
Okay, excellent. So we're moving right down to section 13, financial report. And I thought I saw something in Dropbox that was an update on this piece.
I couldn't get mine uploaded.
Okay. Do you want to just defer this until we can get
Sure,
everybody
there's
a
no
chance to
urgency.
take
It's
a look at it?
only-
Yeah.
It's information only.
Okay. So let's defer that and we'll just make sure get the corrected one. We'll get back on the next week's agenda. To vote on deferral, yeah. Councillor Salt, Councillor Blanchette, all in favor? Good show. Okay, moving into bylaws and policies, section 14. The fourth and final reading of the tax exempt property bylaw. Takes a long time to do this stuff, doesn't it? Good. Who wants to move that?
Make a motion to accept the fourth and final reading for tax exempt property bylaw number 704.
I'll second it.
So Latimer. Any comments?
Just wondering, has there been any feedback at all? Because this is something that gets posted in the paper, so that any public comments been received? Okay. And I just have one little thing. It's amazing how many times you read these things over and you miss them. But on the actual bylaw itself, so there's the cover page, and then the actual body of the bylaw starts. In the heading, it's showing tax exempt property bylaw number 704, 2014. That should be 2013. Everywhere else it's right, just on that one page.
Right.
Next page, do you see it? No, but on, right there. Right there.
Two places
Yeah.
there.
So just,
The second place is correct.
Right, yeah, because it's for the 2014 year,
yeah.
but it's done this year. Good. Okay, great. So with that change, and that's a friendly amendment, we'll go back to our mover and shaker, then all in favor? Great. Well, that's good. I really support that, by the way. I'm so pleased that we're no longer taxing the nonprofits. Anyways, okay. We've had that discussion 4 times before. We don't need to go through it again. 14.2, policy updates. So we need to repeal these policies. Council's had a chance to look at this, review it with staff, give their feedback, make some changes, and then we'll repeal these policies and then approve 4 more. So I think we need to go through each one. Is that right? Could we do them as a block?
It would be better to do each one individually. Your
Okay.
worship, you may want to point out to the press too that the updated version of the agenda was uploaded on Monday to the website.
Very good.
In case they are working off of an old.
So if you guys are going through line by line, there's going to be some significant changes in the new ones. Under the HR, which one? I think it was just policy.
Policy 1, policy 4, policy 15, 25, I think they all had.
Oh, okay. Very
updates
good.
to them. Yeah.
All right. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read it out, and then if the mover and the seconder can say your names out, and then everybody say aye. We'll get through this really quickly. It's an old trick I learned in the Army. So, repeal policy number 1, 1987, administrative procedures. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor Salt, all in favor? Okay. Repeal policy number 4, 1987, annual holiday policy. Councillor Latimer, Councillor Bullock, all in favor? Okay. Repeal policy number 13, 1993, administrative procedures, signs of the village of village property. Councillor Salt, Councillor Blanchette, all in favor? Repeal policy number 15, 1987, administrative procedures, leave of absence. We'll do Councillor Bullock, Councillor Latimer, all in favor? There's a pattern here. We'll repeal policy number 24, 1991, administrative procedures, medical and compassion leave. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor Salt, all in favor? That's very good. I'm so glad we're being true to form here. It's exciting. Repeal policy number 25, 1991, administrative procedures, staff training. Did Councillor Latimer, Councillor Bullock. All in favor? Okay, right on. Repeal policy number 52, 2011, sick leave, medical leave. Councillor Salt, Councillor Blanchette. All in favor? If anybody's feeling left out, just put your hand up higher. Approved policy number 1, 2013, policy template. Councillor Bullock, Councillor Latimer, all in favor. Approved policy number 4, 2013, annual holiday. Councillor Salt, Councillor Bullock, all in favor. Okay. Approved policy number 15, leave of absence. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor Latimer, all in favor. Approved policy number 25, 2013, staff training. Councillor Salt, Councillor Latimer, all in favor.
Your worship, can I point one out? We went so fast, I didn't catch policy number 4 quite in time, but on policy number 4, there is going to be a slight amendment in that the statement, a part-time employee shall receive vacation days on a prorated basis, full stop. The rest of the sentence is going to be gone.
Okay, and that's, okay. So we're gonna repeal policy number, we're gonna approve policy number 4 with that amendment. What's the right way to do this? As long as we're going through this, we don't have to repeal what we just did.
No, you don't.
Okay, so we'll make an amendment. Braden, who were the movers and shakers on that?
We're not recording these anymore.
Okay, is everybody in favor? That's the way of doing it?
I can tell you who.
Okay. Right on. Danella, who was it?
I have to. Which one's your number 6?
Number 4. It's the third last.
Latimer made the motion and Bullock seconded it.
Right on. Thank you. Saved. Okay, and you guys are comfortable with us changing it?
Sure.
All right, all in favor? We'll vote again. Great. Okay. Well, that's participatory. Thank you. Wow, we're right on the council reports. Fantastic. Should I go first? I'll be really brief. That'll make it faster. Okay. I was at the CBT symposium, and I'm going to tell you, how do you think it was CBT symposium? All happy. I'm going to tell you, it was actually psychedelic. It was psychedelic. It was, we were in the middle of getting this great speech from a famous author from Ontario when marching band came in. And not just for a little bit, they played 4 songs and then took off and marched out. It was wild. The symposium was absolutely off the hook good. Like, just change it up, and lots of good energy there. It was a wild time. I'm going to be writing about it in my memoirs. But, no. Anyways, that was, I also went to regional district and did a bunch of other things. That's my report.
Wow.
Did we time right?
Gord can bring it back for us.
I'll go next.
Okay.
I went to the Edmonton Snowmobile and Power Sports Show on the weekend. Lots of attendees. And there was a community booth this year for the first time ever, which was a big hit for us, number 1, and number 2 to everybody else that was within the show. So we partnered, the Best Western partnered with Tourism Valemount, Varda, Alpine Country Rentals, and Terracana Ranch and Resort. And it was just positive for all the people that stopped by. I mean, they got to talk to everybody that they needed to talk to. They had all the answers that they needed to have. It was very comfortable as opposed to like cattle, like normally you move from booth to booth. Everybody stopped to mingle and chat, and we really were the talk of the show. So it was a huge success. Huge success. They're all waiting for snow. That's all I've done. Yeah.
All right.
On the 15th, I had an APC meeting. Everything's moving along. The 16th, I did a webinar at home, and it was called Leading Healthy Communities, Local Government Action on Community Health and Wellbeing. It was run by Northern Health and the Ministry of Health, and it was quite interesting. Then I had, on the 17th, a Northern Health update for our presentation in November. So we're getting ready for that. And that's it.
Great. Good.
Me?
Sure.
I had on the 10th, Trans-Canada Yellowhead Highway Association AGM working group planning meeting for 2014, and we're getting really excited. Things are coming together. We're getting keynote speakers confirmed already, and things are coming together nicely, so we're really excited about that event happening here. And I also had a policy review committee meeting to go over what we just did tonight. So that's it for me. Your turn.
Oh, I don't have anything to report on behalf of council, but I am working with the Learning Center right now and hopefully putting a series together for some of our nonprofit groups in town to try and see if we can bridge the gap for better communication and better collaboration, because I know we have a small pool of volunteers in our community and a lot of them sit on many different groups. And so I was really excited to see this opportunity from the CDI here to get the ball rolling, to see if we can reach out to some of these community groups and see what we can facilitate for seminars throughout the fall and the winter. And that's all I have.
Very good. Okay, that's great. So a motion to receive council reports. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor Salt, all in favor of receipt. And we'll move into the new business and the animal control bylaw update. So it was cart before the horse. Councillor Blanchette, did you want to share?
Yep, so I'm gonna just share a letter that I received in my email, and then we can discuss it after that. This is from Gail Burbage, and it says, "The attack on Chester was unprovoked when he was on a leash having to walk down Cedar Avenue towards IGA. This isn't the first time we've been attacked by this dog. It's the first time that physical harm has happened, which unfortunately wasn't too severe. There is a problem in the village with roaming dogs. It would seem that neither the RCMP nor the village have any control or empowerment to react to this problem at present. As a responsible dog owner, I should not be scared to walk my dog around the village. There have been instances when 3 or 4 dogs have surrounded me when I've been walking Chester, which in itself is a little scary. Having seen the RCMP on Saturday, the only action they could take was to speak to the owner. They could not file a complaint due to the lack of a bylaw." So just to update everything, the Policy and Bylaw Committee did review and update our animal control bylaw, and it has gone to 4th reading. So I think we just need to work with staff and figure out what our next steps are in terms of informing the RCMP and what to do next.
Okay, let's get the staff perspective on that. Yeah.
I think the fact that we've been in the process of implementing the adjudication has put the RCMP in a difficult spot, not knowing where we are or what they can do in transitioning from a fining system to a ticketing system. It's a bit of a terminology difference, but has created maybe some confusion there. They have been really good partners for us in supporting us in bylaw enforcement, and we are continuing to include them. We've got an upcoming training session, November 4th, I believe it is, where we're going through the entire process of issuing tickets, what that looks like, right from the issuing of a ticket through the processing of the paperwork in the office right through to an adjudication if it does go to that. So we've included the RCMP in that training as well. The community, their bylaw guide, they have one officer assigned primarily to bylaws. So that is coming along.
Great. No, it's awesome. Moving target and things are proceeding. That's what we need to hear, I think. It's no small thing that the RCMP went and spoke to the dog owner. Mm-hmm. It's a huge thing. I mean, probably the letter writer is not satisfied with that, but for the homeowner, big deal, I'm sure. Or for the dog owner, it's very, yeah. At any rate, so that's really good. I'm glad that the RCMP is that far along. I'm also glad that we're going to be bringing them right up to loops to how the adjudication system sits. And I've talked with staff offline about this. And it sounds like there's other things that are coming into play.
So we'll just keep this on the radar and
Let everybody know what the updates are. And
Absolutely. Right on. Well, we really need, I mean, it seems silly to say it, but we need people to take good responsibility for their dogs. Dogs do get out, it's a thing, but I would agree with the letter writer, is that it does seem like dogs are more and more out.
but we do have an issue. We do have a problem.
You know, and it's hilarious, right? Because it's like, this is like dog ownership. You own a dog. You have to take care of your dog. And yes, we are moving down the road where we will have somebody drive around and put your dog in doggy jail. But the hilarious thing is that we've lost so much compliance from when we had a dog control guy. Everybody was playing by, many more people were playing by the rules. And so we're going to have somebody that can put your dog in jail, and then you will not have your dog run around anymore. But the hilarious part is the dog catcher never catches a dog. It's all a head game. It'd be really nice if people could just get on it. Anyways.
Your Worship, can I mention that in defining the resources that we recommend to council that are applied to bylaw enforcement, we look at our numbers, and we need to perhaps message out to the public, and this is maybe a good format to do it in, or a good venue, that if they have a dog concern, they need to call into the village office,
Right.
because we need those numbers to support any.
That's true.
Sometimes the perception is very different than reality. So if we don't have sufficient call volumes to support a bylaw officer, then it's going to be difficult to recommend that to council.
Great point. Yeah, and I mean, if everybody at home is thinking, we're just about to get a dog catcher or whatever, we need those reports coming in. Is that your point there?
Absolutely. And so, Your Worship, I should also point out that of the 22 dog complaints that were received, the village actually captured 2 of the dogs at large, which is a phenomenal success rate. You will never see that in a city.
Okay. Great. Councillor Salt, too.
I'm just wondering too, I know that sometimes things happen after office hours, but we can assure people that there is an answering machine, and they could even leave a message about the incident on the machine, right? So they don't feel that, oh, well, I can't call now when the office is closed, and forget about it. No, I suggest if it happens, no matter when, call the office right away.
I think we need to share the success rates too with the public, because there was an instance that was talked to me about, and I asked her to call here. She chose not to, just because she said that she didn't think that anything would happen anyways. So, and she was bit by a dog. So anyway, we need to share that yes, we're proactive in so many ways.
Yeah. And just to restate that, yeah, when the RCMP come to your house and say your dog bit somebody, or we're investigating whether your dog bit somebody or not, that is not a cool time for the person opening the door. So and I mean, we know that enforcement, it's not about dogs under lock and key. It's about reminding people and making them aware of what the effects are on other people, other homes.
I think some people are afraid too to get into a confrontation like that with their neighbors, or, I mean, we all know each other, right? So, just a comment.
Anyways, I don't want this meeting to go on too long. Zing. So, great, we'll move receipt of that report. Councillor Blanchette, Councillor Salt, all in favor? We have a list of outstanding council resolutions on page 72, 73 for your reading pleasure. There's a calendar of events. And now we'll proceed to public comment. Oh, I didn't see you there. Hi. Great. So, how do we get through this really quickly? No, I mean, how do we really hear the public? Sorry, that was a bad comment. Does anybody have anything that they'd like to bring up before council? Nobody's jumping up. All right. That's good. People at home who do, everybody will note that we have a community conversation coming up, which will be very exciting. And the date is already
November 28th.
November 28th. We're going to go through that again. I mean, enjoy that again. I mean, no, it's so fun. It's so good. All right, so no public comment. We don't have to receive it. we do have in camera, so I will move that council proceed to in camera for consideration of 2 items as per section 90 of the community charter. Councillor Blanchette, all in favor? Okay. Great.